Today we had kind of a big update. I know a lot of people on my server are pretty mad about it, people saying they're quitting, just like people do on every single update. But I wanted to cover just kind of the bigger things. I'm not going to cover stuff like the snowman fight. You guys know what that stuff is about. We've had that kind of event for a while, or hot events or stuff like that. What I want to cover is the kind of big changes. For starters, no more PvP. That was kind of a nice way to get some nice items, but a lot of people were having trouble with it on some of the servers with not as many people. They were just having trouble getting fights done, or depending on what time of day you were trying to do it, it was just impossible to get a fight. They had been saying that they were going to make it a cross-server thing so that it would be easier to get fights, but I guess you guys know how the developers in this game are. I guess it was just easier for them just to get rid of it rather than fix the problem. So they've added a few other things. Some of it you might like, some of it you might not. First off, I wanted to show this little thing over here. Some of you may notice this little thing glowing. If you click on that, it just tells announcement. Do you want to unlock your skills runes? Blah blah blah. Merry Christmas. Yeah. All right, and if you go click that to check, it'll take you to the forum, the exact post that talks about the skills runes. That is one of the things I'm going to talk about here. So if you go ahead and you click in your heroes now, you'll notice one small change over here on the left. You've got these Runic heroes, which these 5 are the only ones as of right now. Now, chances are pretty good that with a change like this, they will end up making it for all the heroes over time, but who knows? This may not even exist in a week. You never know what the hell these developers are going to do. They just they don't listen to players, they don't listen to the people publishing the game. They just really do whatever the hell they want. It's getting a little frustrating, I know, for a lot of players, including myself, that they just keep changing stuff with no warning and getting rid of good stuff and keeping bad stuff, and so it's getting a bit silly. But anyway, let's move on to this. What this Runic Heroes is, I know it may seem like a silly thing to some natural English speakers, but Runic just refers to runes. So that's where that word comes from. I actually did have a couple people asking me about that. That's the only reason I'm clarifying. But Runic comes from the word rune, and where the runes come into play. So for each of these 5 heroes, you have these runes. If you look over here next to their skills, you'll notice that 2 of his skills now have this little bubble right here, and this is where the rune is going to come in. But one other thing I did want to point out, that in the past, I know that really the only way to determine whether a hero was magic attack or physical attack was by the color of their skill, and you'll notice that that is no longer true. The color of the skill now is dependent on the hero level, and I'll get a little bit more into that, but you'll notice that they're not based upon magic attack, physical attack anymore. Yeah, so you see all the S-class heroes are purple, A-class is blue, C-class is gray or whatever that's supposed to be. But anyway, okay, so if we go onto these, you click onto the little rune, and it will tell you what the different skills are for this. The 2 available skills for this hero are, and what they do. So those are kind of nice. And then to jump to rune, this will open up the skill runes page, and then again over here, here's the 2 skills. Now you'll see here you have to activate these 10 things here called mementos. So you got 10 of these mementos. You start out, you have to activate. First one is 288 of the normal genes. You guys know where to get these. It's just spinning in 084 for the gold. I can't do it right now. I obviously don't have enough, and I'm not going to go waste a ton of gold on those right now. But go ahead and click over here on the help. First, use the genes to activate the 10 mementos. Then you have to get items in Heroes Trial, which I'll cover Heroes Trial in a few minutes, to unlock the runes. How to use Open Heroes Interface, click Mini Circle, which is kind of dumb. You had to do all that just to get to this page, so that's kind of a pointless thing. Upgrade mementos to get extra attributes, upgrade runes to enhance skills. So since I can't do any of that, I can't really show you what that is right now. Some of you might have a bunch of those things saved up. I don't, and I don't have gold to waste on that. There's so many things in this game that require a lot of gold, and I'm just constantly running out of it. So yeah, I can't really do this right now. But extra attributes for runes and mementos affects heroes in any case. Bad wording, but it just means that these skills affect your hero. So yeah, we'll see a little bit more of that later on. As some of you start unlocking these things and see what to do. Some of you, there probably are not a lot of you that have this problem, but I can't go to lab to show you anything because I've got all the heroes unlocked. So I can't even go in and exchange any of my things because you do need the higher level genes later on for some other stuff within the runes. But as of right now, this is just another thing that the developers screwed up. Hopefully they'll fix that soon. I can't even tell how many genes I have or exchange any of the genes or anything or get cards anymore. So yeah, hopefully they'll have that fixed. One other thing you may have noticed, they did add a new hero. No idea how to get it yet. A few people on my server were saying it's coming tomorrow. I don't know how they would know that, but maybe a GM told them or something. But you guys can look at that guy yourself. And from what I understand, he will be an S-class hero. One of the other big things on here now, well, here's a cute little thing. You can actually click on the heroes now. They do little things. All the different heroes do that. That's just a silly little thing. But if you go down here to where it says talent, you can click on their talent. It opens up a new page. And this is for all of the heroes, as you can see. And you need these new items, which currently you can only get from the Christmas event. And there's no way to get those little snowballs except for diamonds, and they're 150 diamonds each, so I won't be doing any of that. I'm sure these things will come out in hot events or other things later on once the developers figure out exactly what they need to fix. This is how you upgrade your skills. As you can see, right now the skill colors for him are purple, and once they get upgraded they'll go orange, but as you can see, there's no difference. Damage 50 plus 1120. Damage 50 plus 1120. So the skills here isn't the difference. Where the difference comes in is up here. You can see strength, dex, and dexterity and intelligence go up. So yeah, that's just a little thing. That's not really a very big change. It seems like an awful big cost. You need 7 of these just for 1 click. And it'll probably be 40 clicks, so you need 280 of these things. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit expensive, but that is because he's an S class. If we go down to one of the lower class ones, C, so she only takes 2, and it only goes up 10, and that upgrades her talent skills up to from C to B, and gives the same boost pretty much. And as you can see down here, current is 2 stars hero. You can evolve talent to C at the most. So, I mean, according to what that is saying, I can't actually do it for that hero. But go back to him. You can evolve talent to B. And let me see. Let's look at one with 5 stars. You can evolve talent to S, but still same thing. I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. Maybe there's something else that happens once you actually do all this stuff. But for the A class heroes, you can see it takes 4 of these things. And I'm not exactly sure what this is showing up here for, because as you can see, it takes 0 of them. It's just letting me know how many of them I have. Maybe it's just for reference purposes. But anyway, this is how you upgrade your talents. And hopefully we'll figure that out a little bit better as time goes and we start getting a little bit some more of these things a little bit easier. As of right now, the only way to get them is with a lot of diamonds, so I'm not going to be bothering with that. I use my diamonds mainly just in chaos space. Is pretty much the only place I use diamonds. So anyway, there's that. Now to go back to this thing. over here, activate these, and you need, let's see, did it say it in here? No, but anyway, okay, so along with this, you're going to need these things, but then to upgrade the runes, once you actually unlock them, you're going to need another item, and where you get that other item is from here, your Hero's Trial. Now this is a new thing, kind of interesting, and I kind of like it because it actually is a little bit of a challenge. You have to, let's go ahead and open it up, I'll show you. The boss will be changed every day. So, I mean, I'm sure the bosses will rotate. I don't know how many of the bosses they have. They're obviously not going to come up with a new one every day. The developers aren't that clever. But we'll see what they have to do every day. But each boss actually has different attributes to it. And as you can see, different recommended battle array for different bosses. Check for details on the left. Battle defeat will not lower your challenge attempts. Okay. What that means is you have a certain number of attempts, 4 per day. If you go in and you fail, it doesn't qualify as an attempt. It only qualifies as an attempt once you actually beat it. So if you look at this particular guy here, enchanted suit of armor forged by blah blah blah. Any of you that have seen the movie Thor know where this comes from. So this isn't really important. This is just a description of the enemy, doesn't have anything. What it is important is read this boss strength. Destructive damage, super high defense, lose 25% max HP after casting the ultimate, and also control immune. I saw on the forum somebody was having a bit of trouble with this, and then someone else went and explained, no. What that means is when you, if you use the witch against him, turn him into a sheep, he's still going to keep hitting you, just like with the Hulk. So yeah, you can't control him. Mind Reader can't make him turn on himself or something like that. He's going to just keep hitting you. But what, and I'll show you, I'll go ahead and fight this guy in a minute, but if you look at the heroes that they're recommending to you, Wolfie, good for healing. Mind Reader, good for healing. Grout, good for healing. And these two are really good defensive ones that make you immune to damage. So, and this one puts a little shield over you, makes you immune to damage. So basically this is a really defensive team right here. And as you can see, the big thing here, loses 25% max HP. So what you're going to want to do here is just put up your best defensive team possible and just let the guy kill himself, because after he casts 4 of his ultimates, he's going to kill himself. All you have to do is just survive, which is why they're recommending this defensive setup. I went and did it a few times just to figure out what was going on before I recorded, because I don't like to give you guys bad information. And the first time I went in, I selected, oh, this unlocks at, I believe, level 55. And as you can see, the last one is level 75. This is the team that I set up. This is just, for me, a pretty good basic team. I've got a tank that can heal himself, a tank that can make himself invincible and does pretty good damage. She's just really good at just dealing damage. She's a little bit of defense, but also deals some good damage. And then, of course, my healer. So for me, this is just kind of a well-rounded team. Just to test this thing out, and I ended up beating it with it. But I'll leave it this way just to show you that you're not going to kill this guy yourself. You're not going to deal a lot of damage to him. It's just a matter of you know, letting him kill himself, and you just have to survive. And then you know, we'll see what each day the different ones will bring. I mean, you guys can figure that stuff out yourself. But this is there's a guy on my server who's kind of an asshole, and he thought he's really awesome because he managed to actually beat me for the past couple weeks since I hit level 80 and, you know, I've capped everything out. But this is why he's beating me. As you can see, I've been actually working not on 1 or 2 teams like he has. I've been working on everything. And any of you that know me well know that I always plan for the future, and this is where this kind of thing will come in handy, is that I've really set myself up for a lot of different instances, and we'll keep on working on a lot of different things here, a lot of different angles of the game, whereas he's just focused on beating me. It took him 2.5 months to finally beat me, and now he thinks he's king shit. But yeah, whatever, dude. I managed to go ahead and whoop him again today. But anyway, let's go ahead and back to this thing. I'm going off on a tangent. You guys know how I sometimes ramble about useless stuff. So we'll go ahead and speed this up a bit. You can see hardly dealing any damage to him at all. He's still hitting me even when he's a sheep, but there he's getting ready for his ultimate. Boom. Knocked him down 25%. Getting ready for it again. Boom, there it goes. See, he was a sheep and he still used his ultimate. And you can see I haven't even done 10,000 damage with any of my heroes yet. So you're really not looking to just damage him, you're just looking to survive him, wait, and as the time comes down, he'll end up using his ultimate a last time and then end up killing himself. Boom, there he goes. So all you have to do for that guy is just survive. Here's the rewards used to unlock runes. So yeah, there's that. And from what I understand, different bosses give different rewards. So this guy, you know, gives those things. Tomorrow we'll see what they have. I saw a picture with, I think, Venom or something like that. I don't remember, but I saw another picture with a different hero that had a different boss that had completely different strengths and stuff. So it'll take a little bit, you know, testing out little stuff just for you guys to figure this out. Not too difficult, but I always recommend don't just focus on one team or two teams. I always focus on a lot of different stuff, which is why, like I said, the one guy was able to finally beat me after a couple months. But in the long run, you'll end up being a much stronger player because you'll come across, have many different instances that you can beat, where as someone who has only worked on one team, you know, will get stuck. And yes, I realize, obviously I'm a cashier on this game, and not everybody can afford to do so, but there are a lot of good heroes here that you can get pretty cheaply, or well, for free. It just, you know, it does take some time. Yes, I've done it a little bit faster being able to use diamonds, but really there is no big advantage to using diamonds in this game yet. Let me see. What else? I think that's it for the changes today. Yeah, they got rid of VIP, added a hero, added Heroes Trial, added the talent page and runes, and nothing was added to character. You can't see, there's no runes here, and no, can't upgrade her talents. So nothing big there. But if you guys have any more questions about this game or any of the other games I play, just you can find me on Facebook or just message me on YouTube. And as long as it's not a, you know, too weird of a question or just whatever, I normally get back to people. If you just message me just to chat on YouTube, I don't use YouTube for chatting, so there are some people I have been ignoring lately. But if you actually ask me a decent question, and I always do my best to try to get back to you guys. Thank you for joining me.